Nintendo has been making a bunch of mistakes recently, and not in the way that you might be thinking. It's actually in the term of leaks, because yeah, normally leaks actually come in from other people and other outside sources, but Nintendo themselves has been leaking some vital information when it comes to their Switch 2 games. I mean, they did it with Mario Kart World, where they actually accidentally leaked an icon for Rainbow Road, which kind of gave us a general look of the map. I mean, it's nothing big or crucial. I mean, it was just some clouds in Rainbow Road, and obviously we didn't know what it was going to play like still. But then they did it again with a huge reveal for Donkey Kong Bonanza, showing off Pauline. This was a crazy one because this was going to be the big reveal for the Donkey Kong Bonanza Direct, showing that Pauline was actually Oddrock. And yeah, I mean, that would have been an awesome secret to hide because no one would have saw that coming. But Nintendo accidentally revealed it literally like a day after the Switch 2 Direct on accident for some reason. Now, both of those are still confusing to me, especially the Rainbow Road one, considering the fact that there's not even an icon in the current game for Rainbow Road. I mean, even after you unlock it and you have your full map, it doesn't show Rainbow Road, at least in free roam. So that's a very strange thing. Now, I know it shows it in like verses and stuff if you just want to choose it as a regular track, but that one may be a little excusable. Donkey Kong 1 just makes no sense to me. And maybe you could still find an excuse. Maybe they just, mixed up the marketing material, because it seems like they had renders, tons of different alternate renders for each one that they had in the beginning. Like each one of Donkey Kong then added Pauline once that Direct went live, and maybe they just mixed up the two versions and stuff. So I don't know, potentially, okay, maybe, because that was only a month later until they revealed Pauline. But this one right here is very weird, and there's also probably an excuse and a reason why this happened. But there are posters all over London right now advertising Metroid Prime 4, and on the poster it says out now. Now, immediately this got people freaking out, because how do you make a mistake like this? I mean, even if you aren't well versed in Nintendo and your job is to simply just slap up posters that Nintendo gives you, I mean, someone should have been able to say this isn't right. Anybody that was packing these Nintendo posters and shipping them out to get posted, I mean, did no one check this? Did anyone see that there's a big out now symbol on Metroid Prime 4's poster? It's just like, it's mistakes that Nintendo just doesn't make, and I'm just so confused. And this has people freaking out because everybody's like, oh my gosh, is this about to get shadow dropped? Is this supposed to be out like super soon? Well, there's some things to this if you look really closely. If you look at the out now symbol, it's actually the same exact one used for the Mario Kart World poster. The same exact font, lettering, symbol, all of that. It just, literally like they slapped out now. And if you look closely, you can see a little box where it's supposed to probably have the release date, and it's just covered up with the out now for some reason. But some people still believe that maybe there's something to this, and Nintendo was planning some type of shadow drop. I don't think that's the case. I really do think this was just another mistake, because a shadow drop would be absolutely insane. This is a new Nintendo, they do new things, and they did shadow drop Metroid Prime Remastered, but that was a remaster of a GameCube game. This is not that. This is a brand new Switch 1 and Switch 2 game as well. They gotta advertise this thing some more. I mean, we don't even have a release date. They never gave a release date. They never gave it even like a window to expect this thing outside of this year of 2025. So Nintendo's shadow dropping a huge game like this, and one of their, bigger games that they have coming after Donkey Kong, would be so stupid. And I pray that there's no shadow drops. Like, really pray that Nintendo doesn't do something so stupid like that, considering the fact that I have been trying to go back and replay the Prime series, and of course I played Remastered, and I played Metroid Prime 2, had to pull out my old Wii in order to play that, and I haven't played 3 again yet. I've already played these games before, but I wanted to go back and play them again so that way I can get well versed in everything before Prime 4. So that would be really disappointing if I haven't replayed my Prime 3 playthrough yet, and Prime 4 is just, oh, it's out now, go pick it up. And Nintendo, because just like with Metroid Prime Remaster, if you went to physical version, you had to wait like an additional 2 weeks, and everybody's out there enjoying Metroid Prime, and everybody's like, oh, this game looks so good and stuff, and I had to sit there and just wait patiently for my physical copy to come in the mail 2 weeks later. So that would be super duper upsetting if I had to wait to play Metroid Prime 4 and everybody's like, I'm gonna get my digital version early, and it would be just such a terrible thing for Nintendo to do. So I'm praying that there's no shadow drop involved. It's most likely this game is coming out soon though. I mean, the fact that there's a poster up for it, and there's only posters up for games that are, coming within the recent next couple of months, I would almost bet that this game is probably going to be the big August game. Now, that's just in a couple of months, and once again, I feel like we still haven't gotten that last big reveal trailer for Metroid Prime 4, because I'm sure there's a lot more that they're hiding from us. I mean, everything that we've gotten was just a couple of gameplay snippets, one like real trailer, so I'm hoping Nintendo actually has a big cinematic fancy trailer to show us for Metroid Prime 4, followed by like a release date and all that stuff, maybe even in its own specific Nintendo Direct. We'll see. But that tells me that Nintendo's gearing up to release or reveal some new information about this game. For the last couple of weeks, Nintendo has been having their own little Twitter Directs going on. They've actually revealed a brand new Splatoon game coming out, Splatoon Raiders, on Twitter, and they also revealed that Donkey Kong Bonanza would be having its own Direct on Twitter. So a lot of people are still expecting that general Direct for this summer, whether it be, the last couple of weeks of June or one of the first couple of weeks of July. But still, I do expect there to be a general Direct. There's way too many games in Nintendo's lineup that does not have release dates, does not have official gameplay or even trailers that we've seen so far. So I really am hoping that Metroid Prime is coming soon, and we'll find out about it relatively soon. I mean, I wouldn't even be surprised if there is a Nintendo Direct coming within the next couple of weeks, because it would make sense. It would, especially with these posters going up. I mean, for these posters to go up at all, it shows me that this game is very close to being released to the public. So to finish the video, I want to do a kind of final prediction as to when I think these games are all coming out this year and how the rest of the year is going to end, and just kind of see if I'm right by the end of the year. So for July, I have Donkey Kong and Mario Party Jamboree plus TV, whatever that Switch 2 edition is, which we pretty much already have confirmed. Like I just said recently, I think Metroid Prime 4 is very near completion, and I think we'll see it probably around the month of August, and I think it will also share August with Kirby and the Forgotten Land Star-Crossed World Edition, which is already confirmed to be in August. At the very end, I think August 28th. I think there's a big holiday game still coming for around the month of September, and maybe Nintendo hasn't revealed it yet until this Nintendo Direct, or maybe it's actually Splatoon Raiders that we just got information on, which is a big single-player campaign style of game, which is a spin-off from the normal Splatoon multiplayer series that we've been getting, which I think would work perfect as a big holiday game. And then October can just all be Pokemon Legends ZA. I mean, I still think Nintendo might have their own little first-party game to go alongside this. Maybe that's where Dragon Drive comes in, even though Dragon Drive has been slated for some time in the summer. I have no clue where to put that game, by the way. But yeah, Pokemon Legends ZA, October. I think for the month of November, we might have The Legend of Zelda Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. As you get past that September-October timeframe, you want to start kind of winding down with maybe not your most important games, but still games that a lot of people are going to be interested in. I think it just always feels great to have that Hyrule Warriors in that November time slot towards the end of the year, and then ending the year in December with Kirby Air Riders. A December launch might sound weird and way too far off, but Nintendo has done it a couple times before. They did it with Xenoblade Chronicles 2 that actually released in December 2017, and in 2018 they did it with Smash Ultimate. And of course, Sakurai is also working on this game, and he's actually the main producer of this game, so maybe he's doing another December title, and it would make sense to also spread out two racing games from obviously the big Mario Kart world and Kirby Air Riders. So I'm actually betting that this game could be coming in the month of December to close out the year. I also want to add that Sakurai himself has stated in a recent column that Kirby Air Riders is still going to be a little while until it comes out, and it's probably why we only got a cinematic trailer with absolutely no gameplay and no release date. But it did still say 2025, so I'm betting it's going to be the very tail end of 2025 if it does hit this year still. So what do you guys think about this? Do you think Metroid Prime 4 is actually coming out very soon? Do you think for some reason Nintendo is going to try to shadow drop this thing? And do you think that the lineup is going to be kind of similar to what I placed everything in? Or do you have a different approach to when you think these games are coming out? Once again, I know I didn't add Dragon Drive to that list because I just genuinely don't have a clue what that game's plan is. So yeah, whatever happens with that happens. I'm sure it can get slapped into any of the months. It seems small enough. But thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know your comments down below, and make sure you leave a like and subscribe before you head out. And like always, I hope you all have a blessed day, and I'll see you all on the next one. See you guys.